So today we are going to start the chapter Asia, Climate, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Now you know that Asia is a vast continent and it extends from Arctic Circle to the southern hemisphere, and it passes through all climatic zones. The climate of Asia is influenced by several factors. Now in this chapter we are going to discuss about the several factors that affect or influence the climate of Asia. Now let us discuss about the factors that affect the climate of Asia. The first one is latitudes, distance from sea, monsoon winds, direction of the mountain ranges and the ocean currents. So these are the factors that influence or affect the climate of Asia. Now let me tell you how does the latitude affect. That is, the vast extent of Asia, it covers from 10 degrees south to 80 degree north latitude, experiences all types of climates ranging from hot, wet, equatorial type in the south to dry and cold tundra type in the north. So you may say that because of this latitude and longitudinal extent, especially because of the latitudinal extent, it experiences both hot and wet climate that is experienced in the southern portions of Asia, and dry and cold type of climate that is known as the tundra type of climate in the northern part. It experiences temperate and tropical climate in the Central Asia and the Southern Asia. So the Southern and the Central Asia, they experience temperate and tropical climate. So this is how the latitudinal extent it affects the climate of Asia. Now coming to the distance from the sea. Now the places that are close to the sea, they experience moderate climate. Moderate climate means neither it is very cold nor it is very hot. Whereas the places in the interior portion, they experience extremes of climate. That is, either they are very hot or they are very cold. Now Asia, covering a vast area, experiences extremes of climate in the central parts. So in Asia, the central parts, they experience which kind of climate? It experiences the extremes of climate. Either they are very hot or they are very cold. For example, Xiang, it experiences 50 degree centigrade in winter, minus 50 degree centigrade in winter, and that is, it is very cold. Now Jacobabad, it in Pakistan, it experiences 50 degree centigrade during summer, that is extremely hot. So the distance from the sea also affects the climate of Asia. Now coming to the monsoon winds, during summer when the mainland of Asia gets heated, it develops low pressure. Now the southwest monsoon winds blow onshore. They pick up moisture from the Arabian Sea and they give heavy rainfall. So we get the heavy rainfall during the summer season. Now during winter they blow offshore as dry northeast monsoons and they do not give any rainfall. So this is how the monsoon winds, they affect the climatic condition. Now if we talk about the direction of the mountain ranges, the east-west trend of Himalayas in the South Asia prevents the cold winds from Central Asia to enter the subcontinent in winter season. It does not allow, it stands as a barrier and does not allow the cold winds to enter the subcontinents. Now they force the monsoon winds to shed. It also acts as a barrier and it stands, and it forces the monsoon winds to shed their moisture in the south during the rainy season. So in this way the mountain range, especially the Himalayas, it plays a major role in the climatic condition of Asia. Now if we talk about the ocean currents, the cold and the warm ocean currents affect the climate of a region. Example, the hot Oishio current, which comes from the north and washes the western coast of Japan, affects the climate of Japan by making it what? By making it extremely cold. What makes it extremely cold? The cold Oishio current. Okay, this current, it comes from the north and washes the western coast of Japan. Now whereas the east coast of Japan is washed by what? Warm Kuroshio current that makes the winter milder. Now let us discuss about the climatic condition during the year. that is summer conditions during the year. What kind of summers we have in the Asia? In Asia, during summer, when the sun is directly above the Tropic of Cancer, the main landmass, it develops what? Low pressure. The surrounding seas being cooler, they develop high pressure. So there is high pressure in the sea portion, and in the land they have low pressure because of the heat. Now since they blow over the oceans, they pick up a lot of moisture and they give heavy rainfall in south of Asia. Now these are known as the southwest monsoon winds. Now why they are called as the southwest monsoon winds? Because they blow from the southwest to the northeast. Now if we talk about the winter condition, during winter when direct rays of sun they fall on the Tropic of Capricorn, the Central Asia, it becomes extremely cold and develops high pressure. Now the surrounding oceans are relatively warm and have low pressure over them. Now the winds, they start blowing from high pressure area to the low pressure area, that is from the land we have high pressure due to the cold, and low pressure is there in the seaside. So it blows from land to sea. The winds blow from land to sea, that is high pressure to low pressure. These winds are dry and do not bring rainfall. Now during winter, northeast monsoon winds, they blow from the northeast to southwest. Now they pick up moisture from Bay of Bengal and they give heavy rainfall in the eastern coast of India. Now if we talk about the southwestern part of Asia, because of the western disturbance originating in the Mediterranean Sea, they bring winter rainfall to these areas. Now annual distribution of rainfall in Asia. What is the annual distribution of rainfall in different parts of Asia? Now for this you can also refer to page number figure that is given in figure 7.1 in your book. You can see different shades of blues. Blue color is given, dark shade, light shade, and you can see one box is given there which will tell you how much amount of centimeters of rainfall they get. Okay, now the areas of heavy rainfall are equatorial regions, southern Himalayas, and the coastal regions of Southeast Asia. Now the areas of moderate rainfall, the areas that receives moderate rainfall are Northeast India, Southeast, Central and Southern China, Philippines and Japan. So these areas, they have moderate rainfall, and heavy rainfall where do we get? We get in the equatorial regions, southern Himalayas, coastal regions of Southeast Asia. Now the areas of low rainfall are Southwest Asia, Central Asia and plateaus of Central Highlands. And areas of the areas which get extremely high rainfall are Moiseram in Meghalaya and the Arabian Desert. They receive extremely means either too much or too low. Now Moiseram, it receives a very heavy rainfall. The rainfall there is around 2000 centimeter. That 1000 centimeter annual average of 1000 centimeter rainfall they get in this area. And the Arabian Desert, which has very low or no rainfall at all, it receives either 25 centimeter of annual rainfall or no rainfall at all. So these are the areas of which have extremely high rainfall. So that's all we have in this part of the chapter. In the next video, we will be continuing with the types of climate in Asia and the other parts to be discussed. Till then, go through the chapter thoroughly so that you can understand it well.